Hi Aquarius, how are you? I'm going to do your love reading. There's a little disharmony in the world. Look, out comes harmony upside down with this person. I feel like it's just with you. So there's like you're wanting to have this just peaceful, normal life where you can just go take a walk and enjoy yourself, but you don't have that right now. So let's see what that's about. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Clear your mind, Aquarius. Let's see what's going on for Aquarians in love. Sun, moon. I mean, there's a deep sadness that's happening with you. For some reason. You know, right now in the time of COVID, you may have lost somebody just recently. Most of us have. And that might have left you a little unsettled because it's very real, right? Sun, moon, rising, Venus, signs, Aquarius, Aquarius. So let's put some cards down. See what's going on for you in love. Aquarians in love, Aquarians in love. The energies of 2021. We're moving into a new moon. Ooh, what's going on? There's, you've got to like speak up because you're trying to make things work, but you don't believe that you can turn things around. And if there's fears and, resistance, I get this sense of resistance with you. You need to let go a little bit and start trusting because you don't believe, it's like you don't believe anything anybody tells you. You've got all the answers. Because as long as you got the answers, then nobody can tell you anything, then you're right, right? But you have to open up to the possibilities that this change that's happening inside of you is going to bring. And you're resisting some change that's very necessary in your life. You're fighting. There's a lot of fighting going on between you and your person. It's like, but you're not opening up and saying what it is that's really eating away at you. You're just in your own little world. So I think that's why the fighting is. There's two, like you guys are two different pages. Get on the same page. I just get the sense that somebody's just not getting along with other people. And it could be you, Aquarius. Maybe you just, you're so tired of your circle of people. It's driving you crazy. Projections. So be careful what you think other people are thinking about you, okay? When you talk to somebody, be very clear on what it is, because I almost feel like there's this energy of illusion. It's like you're telling them something, but that's not really what you're telling them. It's like you look them in the eye and you hope that maybe they won't recognize it. But I think they catch on. Now, those are some two really gloomy cards here. So we have postponement and awareness. I mean, you need to start bringing your awareness into more focus because you've been keeping yourself in your own little, world. And it hasn't been all, colorful. I mean, you're in this box here. You're the one that's closest to me, right? Here, there you are. And then you're looking out this window. And outside the window, there's life. But you're on the inside, but you're starting to feel that, wow, maybe I can have a piece of that life. Once you start getting past all of these dark voices and shadows, and you start seeing through, it's almost like seeing through a veil of lies that just don't exist, like you made these things up. So be careful of your projections. When you're talking to each other, you might be in a relationship with somebody where they're looking at you and they're like, oh yeah, don't worry, honey, I really love you. But the truth is they really don't. So it's like you have to read the energies clearly. Because there's an issue of you feeling like you're missing out on life. So once you start seeing the veil lift and you start seeing clearly, then these projections start to, disappear because you have to move in a direction that's good for you. And I feel like there's a new start for you, a new start. But this is one of those things you don't want it to end, even when you knew it was. Probably somebody had told you that this was never going to work out. Crazy. But this whole issue of awareness, I mean, you have got to get into the present moment, because I feel like it's very easy for you to live in behind that curtain. You know, that way, I mean, those stories that you're hiding, you know, all of this stuff, the past, the future, judgment, opinions. I mean, you got to get back into yourself. You got to clear the veil. All right. This isn't very much of a couples read, is it? Unless, of course, this is affecting your relationship, but that's, you know, that's a message coming out. All right, let's see. Aquarius, let's get some cards down on a story regarding an Aquarius out there in a relationship. 9, rapeness. I just feel like, you know, in your dreams, there's a bigger world out there, and you're missing out on it. I mean, it's calling you. A big world is calling you. And now and you're ready. You're ready to meet the world. So if you're in a relationship that you have chosen not to truly see the truth about, that veil, it's like, you know, they're not really your person. You go along, you don't want people to know that you two really aren't getting along. What would people think? What do you care? You're an Aquarian. You know, don't worry about what people think. This is about you lifting the veil and seeing what's right before you. I like that there's this card of participation that just flipped out. Because this is about you. I feel like you're involved with a group that could be really, really good for you. And if not, it could be time for you to find this group, or they will find you. I think it would be very, very good for you to join into, if you know, maybe, you know, school's about to start, semesters are starting. This would be a very good time for you to maybe go to school, to join into a group. I mean, it's something that will be very good for you. You know what kind of group I'm talking about. It could be a yoga group. It could be a meditation group. It's like a spiritual group, you know, one of those kind of things. You know, you might get more involved in your church. You know, if you've always been thinking of, you know, doing something, you know, like, you know, going for a long hike in the woods. Now's a good time. Nobody's around. Maybe this is where you can do something, you know, with nature. I mean, I don't know. You know, I just feel like if there's groups that are doing things that you always wanted to do, that you should participate. And they should be good things, like things that feed your spirit. I think it would really, you know, just advance you. Look, if it really is good for you, whatever it is, it'll help relieve a lot of stress. Baby, is there a baby due? Ooh, turning in. All right. You know, the cards are really ready to talk about things. Ooh, there's 3 cards here. All right, so yeah, let's see. I do see a relationship now. It's going nowhere. And you're feeling like you're in a relationship that's keeping you from growing. And you want to start new. Brand new, the Fool. There is an Aquarian who's pregnant or has pregnancy really in their energy. If not, I just see it happening here with this card, because there's 9 moons. This woman, I just keep seeing she's really pregnant. That's why I think you might be having a baby soon. You might be a little scared about that. Don't worry, relax. You're good. You're good. Just breathe it through. You know, women have been doing this since the beginning of time. And you can too. You have to trust that you got this, all right? You'll make it through. And I think there's a lot of people who will help you if you're about, I mean, I'm feeling like if you're an Aquarian out there who's scared to death to have this baby, just don't get into your head. Just relax. You know, just surrender to the birth process. All right, so it's going to be a whole new you. Baby comes in. It's exciting. Brand new road. Totally see that. Look. It's almost like this energy. It could be just not even about, you know, a physical birth, but something else. I just feel like there's something else that a lot of people like participate in that you are going to do. And it might take until the fall before it to actually really manifest into something that, you know, you can really see as concrete. But I feel like it's a really good move for you. Especially, it's one of those things. It puts you in a position of really knowing who's in your back seat, so to speak. You know, who's your friends, who are not. You're not going to keep anybody from doing what it is that you want to do. It's really important for you to talk about what's going on in your environment with like your family, people. There's something, I mean, you have a lot of voices in your head you have to get rid of. And you need help to do that. You know, but you have to want the help. Nobody can help anybody if you don't want to help yourself. It's got to start with you. It has to start with you. So I do see that at some point you do shift into this, and it'll open up for a brand new start for you. So you've got to go inside. It starts with you. It starts with you. Once you go inside, you find that light deep inside. You know, it will change everything. Everything. And some of you have this big world perspective happening around you. I mean, there's a big light around this world. And it's almost time. It's almost time. It's almost time to show yourself to the world. Okay? So it's time to, like, come out. You know, it's like you have to let go of anything, a relationship that has held you back, that has not worked for you. I mean, this is what's keeping you from this. A new freedom, a joy. So if you are an Aquarian hanging on to a relationship, I just see you reaching for that freedom, wanting to go in your own direction. It's making the break that's hard for you. But it's almost as if the universe is pulling you. You know, and if you don't do it on your own, I think the universe is going to step right in and do it for you. You know, that's always a harder lesson. Better to do it and surrender before the universe has to help you through so that you can get to this place, this new beginning. But there's a need for you to release a relationship that wasn't meant to be. It has served its purpose. I mean, a lot of times, you know, we meet people and we meet them for a reason. You know, if you believe in karma, you know, it's like we're cleaning up some karma. You know, and when it's run its course with that person, you know, things come to an end. And then here comes a new person. You know, it's just this cycle of life. It goes on and on and on. And I feel at this time, you are making a decision about something that, you know, you thought was a dream, this person. It was really for you, but I mean, something wasn't working. They were blocking you from you being you. You couldn't grow in this relationship. It was like it was stuck. So you break free. Look, breaking chains. And it takes a lot of courage. It's going to take a lot of courage to make this move. But it'll be very transforming. It's just, you don't really trust it. I mean, you're hanging on to it. You're hanging on to it because this would mean you would, I mean, that feeling of being alone. It's like, gosh, if they're no longer here, now you have to feel it. It's going to be intense. Okay, this is an ending that's a long time coming. That's why I say surrender to it before the universe has to step in and help you through it. So quit fighting it. I mean, it's like there's no longer any point in trying to, you know, exhaust yourself and hanging on to a relationship that you don't want. You know, it's not working. It's not the dream. You know, you wanted this. But what happened is there's chains on this person's arm. It chained you because this relationship blocked you from growing. All of a sudden, you stopped being, you know, the free, you know, that fun-loving Aquarius doing their thing. So you have to be very open to this change. And if you're not feeling well and there's something that you know you need to change for your health-wise, I think you need to be very open to that, because I'm picking up somebody, you know, may not be feeling well. They're very tired all the time. So change. The winds of change are upon us, Aquarius. They really are. All right, so there is what I see, someone in your world. And I believe it's this person here. This person who you need to make a decision about. It's not happening. It's not happening. So they might be an earth sign. We have the King of Pentacles here. But I get like they're like a raging bull, or somebody's like a raging bull. And this is one of these things. It makes it very difficult, and it's exhausting to be with somebody who is like always like intense. And so the Tower does step in. Okay, I mean, somebody gets really, I mean, it could blow up in like some kind of an angry outburst. I mean, so you need to see what you're doing and how you're moving about and how you're dealing with things, you know, because I also feel like there's a part of you doesn't want to upset your structure in the process of this change. But I think you're at that point where you're done with all of this, you know. It's like there's nothing left. I mean, and whatever you do have left, you're just going to pour it out. So health-wise, let's talk about an addiction, okay? Because I'm picking up somebody here. I mean, if you party a lot and you drink a lot and you do that kind of thing, I think it's time for you to just stop. And I almost feel like one day you're sitting there holding a drink, and I mean, and you just all of a sudden realize you can't do this anymore. So a few of you might be feeling that when it comes to like an addiction or something like that, which will be very good for you. It's going to take courage. Whatever it is you have to put down. Addictions are not easy. So if you're dealing with some of that, just know that you have the inner strength to do this. All right. Wow. Let's see. Let's get some advice for you, all right? Which deck? Well, I reached for this one. So we'll take the Everyday Witches Tarot. This is walking away towards something brand new. A relationship that was not good for you. It was not good for you. It was just not good for you. And you tried, but it kept you blocked. And it's almost like they dimmed your light. They were keeping you from growing. So right now, you're repairing the structures of your life. All right, so whatever it was that you loved so much that kept you in your own space, I feel like that has to stop. And it's like it's leaving you very unhappy. Whatever this is, this relationship is leaving you very unhappy. And the door's closed. It's like this door is closing with this person. So if you're feeling this relationship ending, you know, either you let it go or you make it work. But I'm feeling like the universe wants you to let it go. I hate to suggest that, but, you know, the energies are pointing to you, a single person. You're ready to meet the world and other people. Put yourself out there and be you. But you have to be open to this change. You need to quit comparing yourself to other people. You are you, individual. You don't need to compare yourself, judge yourself, or any of that. All right. You're walking away from all of that. Endings and beginnings. So here comes a message from somebody from home. Yeah, I see you on the move. It's you're ready for a fresh new start, so take it. Especially if you see that things, this is no more, I gotta close the door, I gotta move on. You know, because it's happening. I mean, I just see you moving in a whole new direction. Some of you, if you've never left home, maybe you're moving out, you're moving, you know what I mean? If you're young, you know, you're in your 20s or something. It's just like you're done living with mom and dad. You got your own space. You got a girlfriend, boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? Like you're ready to have your own life, and by your definitions. But you have to put down what's not good for you. And that's why if this relationship is keeping you from growing, you need to really look at that. And again, I don't feel like you want to put any more energy into a relationship that's not working. 2 of Cups reversed with the 7 of Pentacles reversed. No. That's not putting any more energy into something. Not even a little. Because there's better things for you. It's like once you get away from this relationship, it's like anything else. You know, you have to take the steps. Every day you get farther away from this energy towards a new energy. And that's what you have to look at, is walking away from the past towards a new life. Capricorn got a new life. You know, if you're a cusper, go look at that one. Yeah. It's up to you. Something's got to end. And once you end this, okay? Once you end this, okay, you've been involved in a situation that has been very unbalanced, very unfair. And there's this ability for a fresh new start. I mean, there's a map in front of this person. He's trying to figure out where to go. And I think you get this intuition, this dream, this hit, something that all of a sudden helps you put that final cut in that cord, and then you're free. It has something to do with your work, whatever it is that you're working on. But again, if you're not feeling well, just really, you take care of yourself, because I feel like you need to rest more. You're not resting near as much as you should. And it's really important right now, in these times, to keep our immune system really up to snuff. All right, things are going to start happening fast, so you've got to trust what's going on. All right, so we're in go mode. So flow with the energies, don't fight them. All right, the universe has your back. You have to believe that. Yeah, I think you have to trust this process and trust what your intuition is telling you. Because it's getting clearer and clearer that, you know, the less somebody puts energy into something, it's amazing where the energy goes. Because now, you take it from a bad situation and channel it towards a good one. And the good one is all about you. Yeah, quit fighting it. Good things are on the horizon for you. Really good things are on the horizon for you. But it's about one person. So this relationship, it's heavy. So make a decision. That's where you're going to find yourself. Because you've been trying to balance this for quite a while. Go time. You'll figure it out. All right, listen, Aquarius, I am going to end it here. I hope it resonated. If it did, great. If it didn't, that's okay. Take what works, leave what doesn't, and I'll see you at the next reading. All right, until then, bye now. I appreciate a thumbs up, a like, a share, a comment. You know how that goes. All right, thank you so much, and I'll see you at the next reading.